Hi there, folks. Welcome back to the Short and Stout Guy channel. We are the Short and Stout Guys. I'm Terry.
And I'm Daniel. Well, hey, howdy, partner.
Well, hey, howdy, Daniel. You've got a very Western-sounding twang to your voice today.
That I do, because we're going to the at-home store to check out some Halloween merch. But it ain't just Halloween merch, because it's a Western-themed Halloween merch.
Oh, I think a Western-themed Halloween would be really fun. This is our fourth trip to the at-home store. And this time, we'll show you some new stuff a little bit, but mainly we're going to try to focus on the Western-themed Halloween stuff that they have in for this year. Y'all, come on, let's go take a look.
Yeehaw.
I always like to start at this opening rack when we come in to at home. We're going to look at the new stuff today, but we're going to focus on the Western stuff, which is way down there. So we are going to use the Ghost as a starting point. We've got the heavy resin ones, $59 for the larger ones, and $39.99 for the smaller ones. We do have some blow molds. These are kind of nice. We've got a blow mold Nutcracker for $49.99. Looks like he's about 36 inches or more. We've got a blow mold Ghost down there, and he is motion activated at $39.99. There you go. We've got a 3 stack of pumpkins, $39.99 as well. We've done most of these. These are the heavy resin ornaments for $129.99 or $149 for the big pumpkin stack, but we're going to focus mostly on new stuff today. We do have a new animated figure over here, but we're going to cover him when we do the Western stuff. We've also got a new animated jack-o'-lantern over here. He lights up and giggles a little bit, and I don't see a price on him, so maybe Daniel can find us a price on him. All right, we got you. He's a color change, light up jack-o'-lantern.
$39.99.
$39.99. They are fully stocked with skeletons now, of all colors, including, Daniel, pink. Because there must be a lot of demand for pink skeletons. This is, I believe, a 7-foot skeleton for $99.99. And then, all right, we did find one more thing. We've got a different blow mold tree for $139.99. It's a 12-foot haunted tree. Kind of give you an idea of how big it would be compared to a person. And then it's got some spider webbing in there too, but $139.99. And then when you're getting ready for Thanksgiving, they've got a turkey for you. A blow mold turkey for $49.99. All right, we've got one of the kind of Western dead and breakfast looking signposts left. Again, this one still has the kind of issue where it's kind of leaning forward, needs a screw or something kind of down in that region, but otherwise it leans forward. I don't think it's supposed to do that, but kind of a Western looking Halloween decor. And then they got this new guy, looks like a Reaper. No face up there. I do not know if this lights up, but it is $149.99. Probably about a 4-foot, maybe 4.5-foot Reaper. And they've got quite a few of them. Daniel found himself a dragon skeleton down there that is animated and lights up.
$39.99.
$39.99.
Yeah, okay. It's cool. You can fold them out.
And then his jaw is animated as well.
Mm-hmm. And he has like old glowing eyes.
All right. We looked at these guys last time, so we won't look at the gargoyles again. They do have lighted eyes and things though, but I believe they were $139.99 for some heavy gargoyles. They've got some other planters in too. Skeleton head planters. $79.99. That is a very heavy cement planter. I don't see the prices on the big ones. $99.99 for the big ones. They're getting in a lot of other decor for Halloween. Won't be long and they will be fully stocked up for Halloween here. I don't think we did these last time, but they've got these very large light up skulls, $79.99. Probably a 2.5-foot light up skull. Now, we've shown these before, but since we're kind of focusing on Western for Halloween, we've got the two Western busts. These are $79.99 each. They're kind of a heavy resin of the female and the male skeleton looking busts. But these would fit in really well with a Western themed Halloween. All right, this is a new piece we haven't covered before. It looks like a weeping skeleton angel. I guess a lot of things going on there. $79.99. It does not appear to light up for $79.99. This is new, however, at least new for us when we've done our videos. We've got for $249. It's a groundbreaking pumpkin lord kind of fellow. And he is just a heavy plastic creature. And then we did the witch last time, $149.99, and she's got the light up inside. $149.99. Give you another angle at the groundbreaker. He has a light up. All right, now we're getting over a little closer to our cowboy theme or Western theme. We do have this big snake. Now this one happens to be missing a skull or a fang up there, but I believe this one was $99. We'll try to verify that for you on another one, but $99.99 I think on that one. And I believe it has light up eyes, I believe. Also got a kind of a tree, kind of an evil looking tree with a light or place for a light. It doesn't look like it comes with a light. Oh, maybe it does. Okay, the tree lights up, and then you can add a tree light to the candle. I don't see a price on that one. We've got another, he's more like a hillbilly than a cowboy, but he is $69.99. He's an animated skeleton. Looks like he is illuminated and then plays the banjo a little bit. A little bit he does, yeah. There you go. All right. We've got another groundbreaker over here. This is just your basic skeleton groundbreaker coming out of the ground. He again is $249.99. I don't see any illumination on him, but maybe he glows from within. We've got a heavy plastic illuminated black skull for $34.99, and then they've got some other colors of them down below. Gonna assume they're the same color, but I suppose I shouldn't. $34.99 for that one. And the larger one, Daniel, can you check a price on that for me? Also an illuminated big skull. Plastic.
$79.99.
$79.99?
Yep.
Okay. And then again, the big groundbreaker is $249.99 for the big skeleton coming up out of the ground. And that brings us to the Western stuff. Alright, we have covered the houses before, but these are the Western style houses. They do light up. I'll let Daniel check a price on those. I believe the price was the same for the house and the Tombstone Saloon.
$29.99.
$29.99.
And $29.99.
Alright, for the light up house or saloon, we've got a cactus for $49.99. Kind of a wire cactus. I don't know how well you're going to be able to see that. Kind of a Western theme to add in. We've got some pillows. Howdy Halloween, I like that. $29.99 with a horse background print. Kind of a snake scale pumpkin for $16.99. We've got a wagon wheel made out of bones down there for $59.99. And then you gotta have an armadillo if you're looking for a Western theme. Gotta have a few armadillo skeletons around.
$12.99.
$12.99 for the little armadillo skeletons. Got another snake pattern. I don't know if this looks all that much Halloween, but it's a snake pattern, so I guess. I don't see a price on that one either. I'm gonna have to send Daniel hunting for that one. We've got a chicken foot.
$34.99.
$34.99 for a snake pattern. So $34.99. We've got a kind of a chicken foot candle holder for $16.99. And then this was the animated skeleton we saw from before. There was a seated one on a banjo, and then we've got this guy on a banjo, and he is $59.99, 36-inch skeleton. Got another pillow there with a skull with kind of a bolo tie. I think that's what that's called.
$29.99.
Okay, pillow with kind of a bolo tie, kind of a Western look. $29.99. Also got a couple welcome mats down here. These boots were made for haunting. See if we can get you a price on that. $12.99. And then we've got a watch your step with the rattlesnake in the skull, again for $12.99. Kind of the colors of this glass pumpkin, $39.99, kind of go with all the other kind of Western style colors. Well, that's nice. Wanted dead or alive cash reward. You could just put your head through. See if Daniel can get his head close to it down there. Oh my goodness gracious! There you go for $34.99. Be a fun thing to have at a party with a peek through and a standee. Very nice. Got some picture accents here, some dancing Mexican cowboys, and a Mexican skeleton on a guitar. We've got a, it looks like it lights up, but I'm not guaranteeing that it does. $89.99. We've got a crow on top of 3 skulls and a snake crawling through.
It does not light up.
It does not light up. $89.99. We've got some wooden skulls over here. Big old wooden skulls to kind of set out. It sort of looks like a Western theme thing. There's one down here too, Dan. I don't know if you... Okay.
$49.99.
$49.99. That's a big wooden skull with a metal stand. Okay. Nice. Very nice. Thanks, Daniel. And a golden rattlesnake for the amazing price of $29.99. Very nice looking golden rattlesnake. Kind of some basic pillows there. They don't say anything on either side.
$19.99.
$19.99. They just have the rivets.
The metal rivets.
Okay.
I like this bat thing.
Yeah, kind of a metal bat serving tray to go with your Western stuff. Good size.
$29.99.
$29.99. We've
it
got.
It says not food safe on the bottom though.
No, okay, so don't put any. I guess you'd want to have wrapped candy or something in that one. We've done that pillow already. Now you're going to want a cow at your Western themed Halloween for $89.99. We've got some cow skeletons. Not the largest skeletons, but they are definitely cows. And then we've got kind of a skeleton wire.
Hold on, I'll show it on the
3D
floor.
art. Okay. There you go. Good. Yep,
That
there you go.
is $39.99.
Okay, and that's hanging wall art, $39.99. Okay, thank you, Daniel. We've got some smaller versions of the big wooden skeleton face that we saw before. We've got some smaller wooden skeleton faces that would go with the larger one if you wanted different sizes. These are $14. They also $14.99. They come with a stand, so you can hang them on the wall or you could stand them up. Just like that. We saw the saloon and the house before. It's kind of a nice looking skeleton cowboy for $19.99. Good haunted print of Skelly the Kid, maybe before he got in trouble. I don't know. All right, but that is a really nice. Oh, we've got one much larger light up house in the back. I don't know where we can find a price on that. You know, every Western town has to have the big boss's house up on the hill. I just don't see a price on that one, Daniel. All right, so Daniel's found a wicker ghost for $19.99, and then they have a larger version down below for $29.99. A little bit bigger version. We did find the price on this guy. What was it, Daniel?
$34.99, I believe.
$34.99, and so the tree lights up, and then you can add a tea light candle to the little thing he's holding. I really like the snake, but this one happens to be broken, missing a fang, and we could not find a price anywhere on it, so you're gonna have to go online, see if we can find a price for you. But that's a lot of the new stuff. and the Western themed things here at Home. They are really unloading and getting a lot of Halloween stuff ready to go. I'm going to show you one last thing and then we're going to wrap up today. We've got a really nice haunted wreath looking thing. I don't see lights or anything in it. It doesn't say that it is. $39.99. They're calling it a moss wreath, and then a thing that you could add to a tree, so your tree could have a face and a pair of arms. And that one is
$14.99.
$14.99. All right, so that'll wrap us up at Home for this 4th visit. All right, Dan, well, we just got back from Claremont, Florida, the Home store for, again, our 4th trip. What was your favorite thing you saw today?
Some of my favorite stuff was obviously the 2 skeleton busts of the man and the woman.
Okay, and they had those before. That wasn't new, but they were the kind of Victorian looking, or it could be Western looking.
I like some of the old timey skeleton photos of like Skelly the Kid and those 2 other portraits.
Okay, yeah, you like those kind of things. They did have a lot of Western stuff, at least a good start. They only had one of the signposts left.
Yeah.
That we've looked at those before, but they've kind of cleared those out. They did have the one big rattlesnake, but we could only find the one that was set up was kind of missing a tooth. We did find some later in the box, and they've got about 2 or 3 of them, and those were like $119.99.
So it was like a redneck skeleton snake.
Oh, wow. Missing a tooth. Yeah.
Yeah.
I get what you're saying there. But it's really fun. It looks like a Western-themed Halloween. Really a novel idea. I like it. I think it's a great idea. If I were going to have to pick a favorite thing, I guess I liked, it wasn't necessarily Western, but I liked the Reaper or the Phantom that they had. Now, this is not the big 5 or 6 foot one. This is a little bit smaller one, maybe a 4 foot one. I like that one. Other than that, they did have the 2 new animatronic banjo playing different characters, one sitting and one standing. Those were kind of fun too. Yeah. Anyway, they are set up for a Western themed hoedown. They're at the Home store in Claremont, Florida. We'll probably check again because it looks like they're still getting things out and getting things ready to go for Halloween after the 4th of July. I'm sure they'll really kind of bring things together. So, but until next time, you take care.
And stay spooky, y'all.